I'm grateful today for the presence of all of you and of Father Brian McGrath, Father John McDonough, Deacon Pedro Rivera Moran, Deacon Leo Coughlin, and Paul Evans serving here in our sanctuary. Today's Chalice Mass is dedicated to all of our 2020 graduates, those who were not able to celebrate their elementary, high school, and college graduations in a traditional way. We gather with some of them here at this Mass to recognize their accomplishments and important milestones in their lives. The COVID-19 virus has impacted all of us in many negative ways. It is the demon that is keeping us apart from family and friends, upsetting long planned for events like graduations, weddings, and even funerals, seeming to have a grip on us that cannot be shaken. But for people of faith, this trying time brings a perspective on our lives that allows us to realize our dependence upon God alone for who we are and what we hope to accomplish. We can learn much from the Canaanite woman in today's gospel. First of all, we see this woman approaching Jesus, asking for a miracle. Her daughter needs to be healed. Everyone on the scene seems to try to keep her from Jesus. She is, after all, a Canaanite, someone who is foreign to the Jewish faith. The gods that she worships have nothing to do with the God of Israel. Jesus even uses the phrase, "It is not right to take the food of the children and throw it to the dogs." In those times, the pagans were called dogs. But in the next phrase, Jesus relents and praises the woman for her faith. Her daughter will indeed be healed. Ultimately, our readings today deal with those things that can separate us: race, religion, nationality, beliefs. Isaiah, the messianic prophet, speaks of a vision where everyone can join together in worshiping the true God. "My house shall be called a house of prayer for all peoples." At that time, the Jewish people found themselves living in the midst of foreigners and needed to know how to deal with this new situation. Isaiah does not exclude the foreigners from the circle of faith that God calls us to live. He welcomes their presence and seeks to bring them to the light of the God who saves us. For our students, our recent graduates, this virus has turned this time of their lives into a trial. Since March, most of them have had to learn virtually by staying at home and having to learn via the computer screen. Proms and other such major events were canceled. It seems as though the COVID-19 virus has discriminated against all that our students were looking forward to and waiting to experience. While those important events had been canceled or held in various ways outside the traditional ones, we know that the accomplishments of our young people cannot be taken away. They have studied diligently, passed their exams, and prepared themselves for the next phase of life. While the ceremonies and rituals of graduation have been curtailed, we know that their efforts over the years of schooling cannot be taken away. Those experiences are an integral part of them. The learning that they have done will always sustain them in the years ahead. The second lesson that the Canaanite woman teaches us is the importance of faith. Even when Jesus' own disciples tried to keep her away, she called out in faith 3 times, calling Jesus Lord. For each one of us, no matter what phase we are in life, newly graduated to newly retired, we need this great gift of God to help us in discerning the direction of our lives. For the Canaanite woman, she sought healing for her daughter. For us, the gift of faith gives us a unique perspective as we face the trials of life. Our time of testing is not done when this COVID-19 virus is defeated. We know that there will always be times in life when we will struggle. How important it is to have this great gift of faith in putting our struggles in perspective, especially in light of eternity. Our ultimate goal is not the job we hope to land, the trip we want to take, or the house we want to have. Our ultimate goal is the eternal promise that God has for each one of us to be with him forever. Our faith helps us to keep all of our accomplishments in that proper perspective, just as it helped the Canaanite woman to find healing for her daughter. Congratulations to our graduates. You have shown yourselves to be persistent in your studies and have attained another achievement in your lives. May you also be persistent in the faith that gives us direction, purpose, and the right path to live here in this world, so that you may share the love of Christ with others and walk faithfully on that path that leads to our ultimate goal, to be one with our God forever. Well, I have great joy in celebrating with you today. Today is a bittersweet moment for me. This will be my last time I will celebrate a Chalice of Salvation Mass with you. I thank God for the privilege of serving as your bishop over these past 6 years, and place my trust and confidence in him as he leads me to move to the Archdiocese of St. Louis. Please keep me in your prayers and know of my prayers for you, the good people of the Church of Springfield. No matter where we are in the world, let our hope be that we all will be fully united in our faith that nourishes and sustains us on our earthly journey to the new and the heavenly Jerusalem. My deepest thanks to you. May God bless you always.